for all that we ourselves do not affect, for all the gifts that come to us. I'm reminded that we are just sort of a fluke. Think about it. We're here, each of us, in our own lifespan, but we had nothing to do with our conception or our birth except be there. We move through our lives learning and adapting, responding to stimuli outside of ourselves that connect with some kind of interwiring and capacities that help us adapt. We learn language skills. We learn attention skills. We learn to listen. We learn the ways of the world that's immediately around us. And we adapt pretty well. And we move along in that track till we develop an ability to be at ease at life, mostly. To be at home in our living. We attract friends, we express love, we create children, we monitor, we mentor folks, we become friends. All of that is a part of our living. All of a part of the magic that we are. And in that process we're fed, we're inspired, we are nourished by the world, by our food, by our friends, by our affections that we give and receive. But we're also inspired by some inner existence, some self-understanding, some awarenesses. I think the central issue of the human experience is finding at ease and connection with life, to be at home in our existence, and find those means of relatedness to that which is bigger and beyond us, so that we can feel truly at home. So in our time of meditation and prayer this morning, I invite you to look at those benefactors that have touched you, those whose names you know and those whose names you don't know. Maybe the doctor that birthed you, those first nurses that gave you compassion and tenderness, those teachers that, even though you were a knothead and a little stupid, they worked with you to make you and move you beyond what you thought you could be. Or that's my story anyway. But in a moment of silence, let us be about seeking to remember and to acknowledge the gifts we have received, the blessings that have been bestowed upon us, the extension of another person's life and care and regard to us, not for their sake, not for necessarily our sake, but because it was the thing to do to be at one and at peace with life as a human being. Because what we have to give one another is ourselves and the good gifts that we bring to existence. So in a time of silence, be at home with yourself. Breathe in, breathe out deeply. And remember and maybe acknowledge those lives that have touched you and that have blessed you. Remember in gratitude and in thankfulness. Not so much to be dependent, not so much to be manipulative, but also to know that in acknowledging it, they've gifted us with the potential for us to do the same thing in our being and our becoming. So in a time of silence, let us be together in prayer and meditation for the wonder of gifts and blessings. We acknowledge with gratitude those gifts, those emotions, the love, the encouragement that have been gifted to us. We would also lift up in fairness a remembrance and an awareness of those hurts, those wounds we carry, those times of abuse, of those folks out of their own fear or misunderstanding or meanness have hurt us. May we find the courage and vision and compassion to forgive them and let them go, to put them away from our being and our becoming, to let go of that influence that still scars us, to drop it as we move on in our living and our becoming. May we have learned the lessons of carrying those wounds. May they teach us that we do not have to be hurtful, that we do not have to be fearful, that we do not have to be resentful, that we do not have to be envious, that we can be kind and caring and compassionate. For in the world of hurt and separateness and brokenness, acts of love are what's valued and what redeems. The wonder of life is ours to witness, ours to experience, ours to appreciate. Let us our eyes be open, our hands open, and our hearts open as we embrace all that wonder, day in and day out, close at hand and to the ends of the universe. May it be so. Amen.